Joe Frazier said that champions are not made under the lights; they're just merely seen there. But it's those early 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock mornings where you get up and run them 5 miles. That's what a champion is. That's what a champion is.
For me, y'all can chase the tail. Pick so precise, it's like we're reading it in braille. Stacking all this money, there's no way that we can fail.
Y'all know what it is. It is episode 49 of the Safe Money Podcast. We are your go-to source for all the latest and greatest in sports and urban culture. We're just here to break down the trending topics, give you the inside scoop, and provide our expert insights on everything from game day strategies to the culture. Whether you are a seasoned bettor, sports fanatic, or a gambler like myself, I'm a gambler, or you're just someone who loves to stay on top of the urban scene, on what's happening, this is the show for you. We got something for you. We got a little of everything, you know what I mean? So stay locked in, stay down, and let's make some safe money. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are currently, let's go ahead and just get to the business. Let's go ahead and get to the business. This weekend was extremely difficult. Nevertheless, we made it through. Hold on for a second. You can tell this is the beginning of the week because we're currently just acting any kind of way. But first and foremost, we're 34-14. We split every day this week starting Friday. That is, I just woke up. I'm awake now. Good morning. Welcome to the Save Money Podcast. You already know, Two Picture Core. Like I said, we are 34-14 for the month of August. It's been a great month, man. I'm I'm a little nervous about. I'm slightly nervous about the coming month, but at the end of the day, we have a great team over here, so we not too really worried. But man, this is a month worth bragging about. Yes, sir. Yeah, we haven't even came into a year yet, and we've already touched. And these are just off the free picks. The free picks. Let me make sure I'm plain when I say this. Not our parlays. We're not 34-14 when it comes to parlays. We're 34-14 when it comes to our free plays. We give 2 free plays every day, and for the month of August, we have been 34-14. So everybody that is helping us, assisting, man, shout out to you. This was we still riding the wave. This month is not over. You know what I mean? I think we can touch 40. It's only 4 games. It's only 6 more games. I feel like we can do it. I feel like we can touch it. If you can see it, then you can be it. And if I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can. Okay. Yeah. So it's Monday. It's Money Talk Monday, Motivational Monday, Motivation Monday, Money Talk Monday. And we here at the Save Money Podcast, we've been talking about vision, being audacious, dreaming, having the audacity to dream outside of the norm and what everybody else is doing, how everybody else is getting down. I don't want that for me. I like myself a little more than that, than to go through that or to do that for just that. or for just this. No, not me. So just stepping out of the norm and having the audacity to say, man, I want better for myself. What does that look like? You have some dreams that you're dreaming. And you either want to communicate and talk about those dreams that you have, but you don't know who to sit around and talk to your dreams with. You don't know if it's going to offend anybody. Maybe you've had some dreams in the past and you've shared it with people, and they have, knocked you off your pivot and caused you to go astray from the pathway that you desired, or that potential you that you've been seeking to become. And so now you hesitant. I was talking to a mentor of mine, and he's been doing a Bible study series out of the book of Genesis. I'm gonna tell you straight up, if this is your first time being a part of this podcast, I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. I try to actually practice what I learn, right? And so I'm just sharing it. Some of the gems that my mentors have shared with me, I want to be able to share them with y'all. And so I hope you all can receive them. We're not going to be long, man. We got to get to these picks. We got an early day ahead of us. We got to get to this money early, I feel good. I feel good coming off of a mediocre weekend. I know the week is going to be a great one. So in our money talk sessions that we've had, we've been talking about dreams, and not just dreams, but dreaming big. When it comes to dreaming big, you're going to find out that your dreams only become a reality whenever those dreams are produced up under drama. Right? Dreams are produced best whenever they are consumed with drama or some sort of adversity. I mean, that's the only way, and that's the reality of it. And that's exactly what my mentor had been teaching when it comes to Joseph in this chapter 37, where we see him experiencing these challenges, and these challenges, they're forms of drama produced by his dream, right? His dream, his belief, his audaciousness caused the envy, and it propelled the hate within his brothers to arise. Right? And so he's been doing this series called There's a Purpose for Your Pit. And a pit is just a carved hole in the ground that is concealed and is designed to trap, to hold you, to suffocate you, to kill you. Right? It is designed to keep you in just one place, stuck. It's a pit, concealed, carved in the ground, and then it's covered up like it's not there, right? And this is what happens to Joseph. And the sad thing about this story is not only about his dreams, but also about the pits he encountered on his journey, on his quest to his destiny, his designed destiny, right? That we all have a designed destiny that we that we're pursuing. That design destiny is the very thing that you just can't put down. You keep picking it back up. You walk away from it, but somehow you find yourself right back doing it again, just in a different setting, around a different group of people, but you're still doing the same thing. It is your design destiny. You can't get away from it. You can't get over it. You can't get underneath it. You can't get around it. It is your design destiny. And so in chapter 37, this highlights one of the most challenging moments here in Joseph's life, being thrown into a pit by his own brothers. You know what I mean? That's the part that's so devastating, is that you're being done wrong by your own kind. We're gonna go to a quick commercial. Be right back.
For me, y'all can chase the tail. Pick so precise, it's like we're reading it in braille. Stacking all this money, there's no way that we can fail. The stats never.
Yeah, that is one of the major issues with this story, is that Joseph he's been done this way by his own kind, by his own kind of people, his brothers. And, we as brothers, and I'm not necessarily talking about family. Like if you have brothers, family, and y'all not working together and can't come together, then y'all need to figure that out. And if you can't figure it out, then just continue to keep doing what you're doing and stay out of each other's way for the betterment of all parties, right? So in this story, his challenges came through his own family, his own kind, his own people, who could not see what he saw in himself. You know what I mean? And we have to do better at just seeing the best in everyone. And just because you think you have an idea of who this individual is, who she is, or who he is, it does not suggest that you can just determine the outcome of their lives. You know what I'm saying? I've gone and been around people who, while we was in middle school, high school, you never saw that even happening. And now here they are. It's because they had, it evidently was a dream. It was something that they were pursuing. It was in them, number one. And they had the audacity to pursue it. And pursue it to the end, and now they're actually living out their dream. Their dream is now a reality. And so Joseph's issue came within the own confinement of his own household. Some of us, our drama comes and steals from our household, our families, our communities, our homeboys, our homegirls, right? To some people, you cool enough to hang around with, smoke with, drink with, but they ain't voting for you. You know what I mean? They want you. Nah, he coming. He with us, man. Nah, man, I don't see him doing that. Because they're just projecting their perspective or insecurities onto you. And so they couldn't receive that from Joseph. It was offensive. You can read the story at your own leisure time, but what may seem like a moment of despair when you read it, you'll realize that it's actually part of the greater picture, the greater plan that God has. And so in this money talk session today, we're going to explore a couple of principles about, the purpose of the pit, and how, God can just use that pit, at our lowest moments to shape you and I and prepare you and I for our destiny, because all of us have been praying for something. Right? You've been praying for something. You've been meditating, whether you're a Christian, whether you've been praying to Allah, meditating to Buddha, whatever your practice is, right? That gets you centered and focused and locked in on your task, whatever that may be. I respect it all. You know what I'm saying? I just have my own personal preference of practice, right? So, nevertheless, the pit is a place of preparation. right? Every time I found myself in a pit, every time I found myself in a pit or in a pitiful situation, because some situations that you're dealing with, man, they just downright pitiful, man. It's just pitiful, and those pitiful problems can just put you in a pitiful state of mind, and it can appear as if this is the very end, because a pit is a hole dug in the ground, right? Gravity pulls you down, and so imagine a hole being dug in the ground. It's gonna pull. It's taking something from you. That's what the pit is designed to do. The pit is designed to take something from you. Something has to be abstract from you. Something has to be stripped from you, and that's what took place in the story, right? Joseph had this coat of many colors, and today it might have been a chinchilla. And the brother was like, yo, forget that. I'm taking that jacket, dog. See, he you know what I mean? It's the jacket. It's the jacket that's giving him the glow. It's the jacket that's giving him the swag. It's the jacket. We taking that jacket, dog. He coming off that jacket today. He coming off of it. So, this pit is designed for our preparation. You see, Joseph was stripped from this coat, like I stated, and it wasn't until they took the coat from him that's when they threw him in the pit. See, that whole act symbolized a stripping away of his former identity, right? That's what they thought, that it was the coat that made him. So if we can take that coat away, he'll stop dreaming. That's what a lot of your haters will do. That's what your enemies will do. You know what I'm saying? They think that if I can make you look bad, then you'll stop dreaming. You know, if I can attack your money, you'll stop dreaming. If I can attack your relationship, you'll stop dreaming. You think that I'm identified by this status or this position. No, this position doesn't identify me. I'm a dream and dream big regardless. You know what I mean? So the pit can feel like a place of loss, but in the hands of God, it's just a place of preparation. Right? Whoever's watching this, and I encourage myself all the time that some of the things that I'm going through, you know, it is just a purging season where, you know, I'm being stripped from some things, some mindsets, some habits, and some traits, right? Because in order for me to become that ideal person that I foresee myself becoming and doing the things that I foresee myself doing, right? There's some other habits and traits that I gotta kill, you know, and it's sad that some are going through life, you know, steady trying to be the same and do the same thing. There's some things about us that just gotta die in order for something else to live. It was a quote that I read that said, if you don't sacrifice the things you need to sacrifice now, then the very thing that you desire will become the sacrifice. Damn. Message. If you're not willing to sacrifice who you are today to become who you want or who you desire to be in the future, tomorrow, then the very thing that you desire to achieve, it will become the sacrifice. If you're not willing to sacrifice today to get what you want tomorrow, then the very thing that you want, that's what's going to become your sacrifice. And it's sad to say that many of us, because we fail to sacrifice certain habits, certain traits, certain people, I ain't saying kill them. I'm just saying pause on them. Put them on mute. You know what I mean? You don't have to be in a hurry to get, because right, there are certain folk that are just slowing you down. You know what I'm saying? I totally get it. You know, we've had talks and conversations with other people in regards to us doing what we're doing today, and they were all with it. They were all for it, right? But then when it was actually time to put pen to paper and start putting signatures, people start scattering, which is all good. Because if they scattering off that, then if something was to ever take place, they'll scatter then. So, you can't jump in the bed with anybody like that. They already showing that they ain't loyal. They already showing that they wiggly. Soon as something happen, they did praying for my brother. I didn't mean, that wasn't a shot. I was just doing because he's known for doing that. But back to what I was saying. That pit is designed to purge, right? It's designed to change some things within. Those pitiful circumstances and situations, they're designed to change that individual from within, not outwardly, from within. That's what it's all about. Like, we go through things because who we are inwardly, can be better. And in God's eyes, you can always be better. Right? And if you're pursuing better, this is what I've learned, that those that are actually pursuing better constantly, like every day you chasing better, every day, every morning you wake up, you running after better, you gonna find yourself dealing with the most drama. You gonna have the most problems. Right? So I would say that the principle to it, the principle to it all, I would say, is that in the course of this story about Joseph, we have to learn how to cherish, or should I say, embrace the process. Right? I think that'd be better. We don't really embrace the process. Everybody want to get to the gold medal, get to the game. I'm gonna shine, and that's when I'm gonna get my shine. No, Joe Frazier said that champions are not made under the lights; they're just merely seen there. But it's those early 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock mornings where you get up and run them 5 miles. That's what a champion is. That's what a champion is, right? Anybody can get up, hold their hand up with a gold medal. You know what I mean? You can get a gold trophy if it's only 2 of y'all competing, and you only have to beat one person. But we have to learn how to embrace the process, which is the pit, right? The pit, it does nothing, like I stated. It strips away all of our reliances, the things that we rely on. When you in the pit, man, don't nobody care anything about your degrees. When you in the pit, don't nobody care anything about your resources, who you know and what you got. Your problems don't give a damn about who you connected to. When you in the pit, it just strips away your all of our reliances, the things that we rely on, the very things that don't define us in God's eyes. Now it'll define you in the eyes of man. Oh, Sean, the one that drive the Ferrari, Alan, drive the Benz, got the house over there with the gated fence and all that, with the gated state. Yeah. See, to God, those things, he has no respect to person. So in his eyes, it means nothing. So like in Joseph's situation with his coat, sometimes what we find out is that we're holding on to things that are not meant to go with us to our next destination. And that's probably the reason why some of us struggle so much. Is because we're constantly trying to bring our past with us to a new destination, right? I've often said that I don't mind being blessed. It's just the process of getting to the blessing. Like, you don't know the obstacle course that you got to go through. You don't know the obstacle course that you got to go through in order to get to that car. In order to get to that money, in order to get to that CEO status, in order to have $1 million company. I don't know what I have to lose. I don't know what I have to go through. Yes, I want those things, but I don't know what the process is. And so through this story, we learn that we're going to have to embrace the process, period. Just embrace it. The pit prepares us by removing all the unnecessary fat and weight and refining our character. And so what we need to do while we're in the process is focus on the inner growth. That's the thing that's important. Focus on the inner growth, right? Building my knowledge, right? Reading and studying and praying, meditating, right? Doing these things and let this become a religious practice, right? Not just, using religion as, the form of a party or a club, right? But spiritual. That's why when I talk to people and I tell them, man, I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. You know what I'm saying? Religion is corrupt. Religion is cruel. Religion will kill you. It's just all political. It's a party. It's a group of people that are all coming together for one common goal, and that's power and power only, right? But when you're a spiritual person, when you're striving to be a spiritual person, you're an individual that's focused on your inner growth. That's what being a spiritual person is. Being focused on your inner growth, right? And so what a pit does is a pit is a place where outward success might be stripped away, but the inner growth becomes essential. That's what's important. Man, KC said it best. Take my money, my house, and my car. Man, listen. They can strip, they can take whatever they want to take from you. But if you have that strength from within, they can do whatever they want to do to you or attempt to do. But when you have that inner strength, that inner growth, maturity, when your faith is built on a rock, on a firm foundation, like, yo, you get ready to fight who? Goliath, man. Listen, he's a beast. Look, dude, I fought a bear and a lion. Surely. Come on, man. Surely. There's nothing more ferocious than a lion, man. Right? So focus on your inner growth. Because the pit is a place where outward success might be stripped, but the inner growth becomes important. That's what's important. And in all essence, this is where God works. This is what he works on in our hearts, deepening our trust and our faith in him, and building the character necessary for the next journey, for the next level. This is what's important, man. If you're wanting to if you're wanting to succeed and see your dreams become a reality, stop avoiding the pit. Stop avoiding those moments of intimacy. You call it loneliness, but it's actually intimacy. Well, these lonely moments where I'm lonely, or I feel it appears as if I'm lonely. I'm not lonely. This is just an intimate moment where I need to take this opportunity to focus on me. Right? Because if I can't stand being around me, come on. Because a new me has to be created in order for me to get to my new destiny, my destination. Have to lay aside, right? Look, let's jump into these games. We got them early today. That's your money talk. Embrace the pit, man. I have some other points. I'll probably give them out later on throughout the week or next week. I'm gonna jump out there on the limb with the Kansas City Royals playing the Cleveland Guardians. We're gonna jump out there tomorrow with this game. Here is at 1:10. Kansas City Royals and the Cleveland Guardians. Safe money. We're gonna go with the home team. We're gonna jump out there with the home team. On today, the Cleveland Guardians, we're going to take their money line. The only line. Money line. Ooh. Oh. Yes, sir. Yeah. We're going to take Cleveland, money line, and then we're going to jump out there with the Boston Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays at 7. So they are playing. Forgive me. They're not playing. They had them scheduled to play at 2 today, but it's been suspended. So we're going to take, we're going to jump out there with the Boston Red Sox at home. I like them at home. Yeah. I like the Boston Red Sox tomorrow at home, and the Cleveland Guardians. We're going to take the Cleveland Guardians. And the Boston Red Sox. So the Guardians are underdogs tomorrow, so we'll jump out there with them as the dog. And the Red Sox, we're gonna take them. We're gonna take them with the spread. Boston Red Sox and Cleveland Guardians are officially your 2 free picks for today by no one other than your host, 2 Picks Shakur of the Safe Money Podcast. We are currently, 34-14 for the month. Respect and peace to all. And I pray that this week is a safe money week for you. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and call it out. This week is a safe money week for you. Dream big. Embrace the process. And know that your pit, no matter how pitiful it may appear, your pit is designed to make you a better person and to actually live out your desired destiny. Respect and peace to all. Much love. One love.
Let the safe open up.